Look, the knee, he's had a lot of problems with the knee, and he just hasn't really been fluid there, but he's done a good job again today down back. And Port pressing here, and the Blues...
It's too long to start slowing it up. There's still 5.5 minutes of game time, which works out to be around about 10 minutes.
We've got to get Ricky down in that goal square, carrying one of those weather balloons at three-quarter time. Probably take off and finish in the wake. There's Hartlett on the outer side. That was a good mark. Impressive young man, drives it back into the teeth of the breeze. Be in front. Carlton were, but it runs behind the pack on the bounce. Dug out of there by Thornton. Ebert under pressure across the line before he kicked it.
Just in this quarter, Den, 62 to 72 in favour of Carlton, and in the second term was 62 to 119. So they've upped their work rate a little bit.
Cruiser knocks it down in front. Gray gets the crumb, snaps it back. Out of bounds on the full.
I reckon that's one thing that Port Adelaide like. They like a really clever little forward. When Motlop's not out there playing, they've really missed that cleverness inside 50 when the ball hits the ground.
Seen that a few times today. No crummer. Too many flying on against one another. Stevens clever. Well done. And Walker running hard, running a long way, but he ran it up to Murphy, and then Murphy off one step. There's a very important ball to be won. Chapman brilliant to Peter Burgoyne.
Had to be.
Now Paul Stewart. A little bit of danger in the kick, but Salopek off the mark. And Salopek wide. Brogan has to wait, but he's done all right, Brogan.
Well, he's upped his work rate. He's been leading up and presenting.
Ebert, Quadish day, poor handball. Stevens cuts it off. Judd, clever to Cruiser to Betts.
Back to Stevens, a willing worker around the outer side. Murphy, too nimble for Stewart, into the path of Cruiser. Cruiser's away. Plenty of support for him too. Kicks inside the forward 50. Maybe should have given it off to Judd if he saw him. Ball runs out of bounds. Judd ran a long way.
We spoke about the faking of the free kick in the first one. The 50-50 may not go his way from here on if the other umpires have had a look at the screen.
Shaking the head ruefully, the fair. He was doing that before the game. He was out there in the stereo headphones.
He did. What would he be listening to, Dan?
Gee, wouldn't be Simon and Garfunkel, would it?
Wouldn't be opera.
That's Woodstock 40-year anniversary.
Yes, he's perverse enough. It could have been the sounds of silence.
So Chad and Brendan, Hadley. Lade did well in there because it looked like it could have been high. The important thing for Port here is they stay this close, you reckon, at three-quarter time. They've got to be within a couple. Boak. Terrific mark down low, quickly on. Now Westhoff, Gray's in a good spot this time, but the Blues did pretty well to get it away. And then Gray worried out of it. Well done, Scotland. Over the top. Westhoff's got to work hard here. He went to ground. Armfield. Westhoff drags it back and then sort of throws it, trying to get it onto his boot. Scotland, Armfield, Pearce, well done. Cassisi, Roden, little deft touches, and then Cruiser, Boak, back to Sean Burgoyne. Port have done well here. A one-on-one, Brogan, can't quite. Ebert, nothing's going right for him today. And in comes Gibbs. And Port might have lost a really good chance there.
Hasn't Hadley been, well, good. Walker runs it out of the back pocket. Hadley, how many possessions now for him? He's up to 20. And in this term has been a cool head in some tight situations. Brilliant pickup by Betts across to Judd. Finessing Judd. Now Betts, the defensive side of the wing. Walker kicks around the outer side, falling in short, knocked away from Stewart. Going after the football, Simpson. Scotland out of there, well done. Carazzo. Gibbs has been very handy. Hadley again pushing through the middle. Knocked away by Hartlett. Tackled by Cloak. Free kick.
Wow. Thought it was there. A couple of big errors just creeping in.
It's good this kid Hartlett, isn't he? I mean, he was last man standing there. He needed the umpire's whistle, but he earned it. Gee, Boak, that's a floating ball, hard to mark it away. Looks easy from here. Gibbs off one step.
Well, he can't go off now because Murphy's just going to play on.
That's interesting. Burgoyne's gone off and chopping the arms, I think, against him. So Murphy looking for Fev, and that bouncing just inside. So Port challenging hard, but only they've made up a couple of goals. The Blues seemingly the scoring end in the last quarter.
Just a bit of an interchange kerfuffle there.
Kerfuffle?
Yeah.
Roden can't get through Hadley or Murphy.
Peter Burgoyne came off, then he went back on. See here? No. Then he goes back on. And then he goes back off. So I'm not sure what was happening down there.
That's a full-blown kerfuffle. Down towards full forward. Favola knocked away by Corns. Betts, can he get there? No. Across the line.
Well, they've got a chance here. They've got a minute 22 to get it up the other end and make it very interesting going into the last term.
Corns has got it. Well, we still, after 3 quarters, haven't figured out exactly where the breeze is going.
No, we don't know.
Corns, we do know it's blowing to that side of the ground, and it runs out of bounds. So it'll be thrown in. Clock stops at 1:06. And I suppose, depending on which way the players think the breeze is going, will determine how they play the last minute. Maybe Port will decide just to hang on to the footy. That's when they're at their most dangerous to themselves. Port are the worst in the competition at killing the clock. Burgoyne around the outer side wing. Ebert did the hard stuff, dropped the mark close to the boundary line. Houlihan, good balance, wonderful evasion. Oh, just did the sway. He's running down the outer side. Confidence, though. You can't have too much of it. Armfield, little chip. A couple of Carlton players messed it up there. Simpson met solidly.
Good hip and shoulder coming from Sean Burgoyne. Armfield squares it up. Now Chad Corns. Little kick's okay. Late goal here would be handy. Treadray, they take a chance. Boak has to kick quickly. Gray, no, Lade. They both go to ground. Well, Lade went to ground and Gray. Again, no crummer.
Well, Ebert and Brogan just had a good collision here.
That's holding the footy, by the way.
It was indeed. Really, really poor decision by the umpire. He had plenty of prior opportunity.
To Ebert's credit, he's had an awful day, but gee, fought hard then. Well done, Gray. Hooking and goaling.
Big goal.
And Port still breathing and breathing hard right now.
That's where Brennan Lade is worth every part of his contract. Just the stoppages inside 50. Set play. It's normally Burgoyne, but Gray is in the perfect spot. I don't know who was playing on him. I think it was Jordan Russell. Well, he was miles away from him, and that should not allowed to be happening.
Hit out to advantage in the match, 11-1 in Port's favour.
Yeah.
That was a good example, wasn't it?
Absolutely. What a crucial goal.
Well, Port have challenged, and they're not without a hope now. Gray with a couple of third-quarter goals. Their coach down there rallying the troops. Cruiser over the top. They've won the centre clearances. Burgoyne smashing it forward. Oh.
Well, it's a good quarter.
Well, you wonder if he'll take them over to the other side of the ground. He did that against Hawthorn here a fortnight ago. Port's never come from so far back and won a game at half-time. They've given themselves a chance today.
As we watch the players migrate. Not sure that tells too much as he tosses some. Did he get any grass up in the air?
He didn't get anything.
None. Bryce Gibbs 27 possessions to three-quarter time. Heath Scotland 25. Lead all comers. So everything to play for. Quite a bit of interest around the league in this one.
Brendan Lade's gone to full forward. Very good at stoppages as we saw in the last 20 seconds.
Essendon playing later today.
Gone very quick too. They've got Roden, Pearce and also Burgoyne up inside forward 50.
65-58. Carlton lead. Start of the final term on a Sunday afternoon in Adelaide. Good game.